Hey, g'day guys, says I'm live here. Hope you're having a fantastic week. Mine's cruising along. This evening, the Porsche COTA, so Circuit of the Americas in the Porsche 911 GT3. I'm going to be doing 3 versions of the same race, I guess you would say. Different lap count though. Let me get into iRacing and get this kicked over because it does take such a long time to load. So single race. I think we've got everything we need here. We're going to be doing 20 laps, not 30. Alrighty. And just getting into it here. It's going to take a couple of minutes to load up. iRacing's notoriously slow, unfortunately. And I see Mr. Bender is here. G'day, Mr. Bender. Hope you're having a fantastic evening and wonderful week. Right, I'm just about to disappear into VR mode, I believe. So I'm going to be doing 20 laps in iRacing. I've been mucking around with this race for a few days and just can't get anywhere with it. Certainly can't win, struggling to even get in the top 10. It's pretty hard. I've just got iRacing set to default difficulty. Then I was going to have a go at it in either Project Cars 2 or ACC. Got both those cars and tracks in that, and I thought also Assetto Corsa. But in the cases of the other ones, with a slightly, a little bit of less of a lap count. All right, hopefully this will load up a little quicker this evening. I hope so. I trust you can hear me okay. What about you, Jim? Can you hear me? Oh, he's a bit confused there, I think. I didn't say the right thing, did I? Can you hear me, Jim?
Okay, Gary, I can hear you.
Good man. I mean, robot. Good robot. Speaking of robots, I've been watching BattleBots on Netflix. Always good for a laugh. Watch the machines beat up on each other. So at the moment, I think we're at 30-something%. Slowly but surely getting there. Right, I say 34%, which is a little over a third of the way there. Yeah, it's just a shame that iRacing takes so long to load. Not the most helpful thing when you're streaming. But it is what it is. So some stages of it seem to get really slow, like it's still in the 30s. I think 39% at the moment. Well, it's been pretty damn hot over here in Perth the last few days. We're going through a bit of a heat wave at the moment. But oddly, and this is something I don't think I've experienced in the 15 plus, I've been in Perth now for like 17 years. There hasn't been a day this year that's hit 40. We've come pretty close. I had like 38, 30, might have got to 39. But that's just unheard of over here. Last year we had some shockers, like the few days over Christmas were all in the 41, 42 area. Super hot. And then there was a period, I think, was it the year before? It could have been last year, in the first couple of weeks of December. It was just like 40 every day for like 2 weeks. It was murder. Anyway, enough about the weather. We're up in the 70s now, 80s, just gone 80. All right, nearly there. $90 something. Any moment now. Waiting. I think it says 97% at my end here. 100%. Any second now. Alrighty, let me just check that you guys are getting it.
The track temp is 34. The air temp is 26 Celsius. P20. Okay, Gary.
Go.
Stay calm. Focus.
There it is. Says I missed the start.
Green. 2 litres remaining.
That's okay. All right, here we go on the grid. Now, let's remember to get this mouse off the screen, or as much as we can this time, eh? There we go. All right, I'm ready
20th
when you
place.
are.
20 laps. Here we go. Get ready. Green.
Alright, we're not going to try and win on the first corner.
Car left. Clear left. Car left. Clear left. Car left. Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
I'm back in last place.
Car right. Clear right. On your right. Hold your line. Still there. He's still there. Still there. Right side's clear. Car right. He's still there. Clear right. Left side. Hold your line. Still there. He's still there.
No, I get a
Clear
bump.
left. Car right. Clear right.
I get another bump.
Left side. Clear left.
No, I think the car might be slightly damaged already. Feels a little strange. Doesn't take much in iRacing. It's pulling slightly to the right.
Car right. Still there. Still there. Right side's clear. Good pass. Nice front. On your right. Hold your line.
Oh.
Clear right.
Oh, and I'm damaged. All right, one restart allowed. So I was saying before, I just cannot get anywhere with this race. So freaking hard. Quick vape.
20 laps. P20.
All right, I think I just have to hang back. And
all right, Gary. Here we go. Go.
So I found when I first started trying this that the brakes were really grabby, so I turned the brake force down slightly. It's helped a lot. Oh. That helped, I suppose, gained a few spots. Oh.
Car right. Right side's clear.
Got another bit of a bump there, but everything seems okay.
On your right. Still there. Clear right. Clear left.
Oh, fully missed my braking marker there. That was a very bad blown opportunity. I was out in front with 3 guys. I've lost some spots.
Car right. Right side's clear. Right side. Hold your line. Clear right.
Good launch there.
Hold your line. Still there. Clear right. B17. Car right. Clear right. On your right. Clear right.
I'm after him, Jim. Got to really watch out for these yellow bumpers. You hit those and just easily get thrown off.
On your left. Still there. He's still there. Clear left. Don't let him get away.
Yeah, I just didn't want him to hit me, Jim.
Car left. Still there. He's still there.
I've done it again.
Car left. Clear left. Pay attention to track limits, please, Gary.
Got to get that one under control.
Car right.
Oh,
Clear right. Right side.
look, car's beating up again.
Hold your line. Clear right. Car right. Still there. Right side's clear. On your right. Right side's clear.
Oh, man. Is the car okay? Kind of. What's my position, Jim?
That's last. You're
Yeah.
last.
So 3 laps down and basically got nowhere with it. Car's handling all right though, even though it's a bit beat up on the right hand side.
The gap in front is now 0.7. Car right.
Oh, I got another good
Right.
launch there. What's my
Well done,
position,
Gary.
Jimbo?
Nice move, mate. 18th. Car left. Still there. Still there. Clear left.
Got to be really careful with the amount of accelerator you put down there.
The leader's just done a 211.26.
Same here. Got to be really measured.
The 18, that's the fastest lap.
She's a beautiful car, but whoop.
Cross is now in the lead.
Right, it says 5.8.
The gap behind has increased to 3.2 seconds.
takes a while to learn the line with that part. It's getting away from me, 6.7.
Fastest lap.
Fastest lap, but I'm not catching up.
Watch the track limits, please.
Fuck off, Jim.
The gap in front is now 7.0 seconds.
7.2, it's just Jim's getting away. Side of him is there. 6.1, it says now.
Yellow flag.
I'm cool with it. Thank you, Jim. I'll probably be happy to make the top 10 in this actually. Ahead of me.
The leader has just done a 2:11.50.
Well, I'm doing like 2:16, so that's like faster than, way faster than I'm going. Unfortunately. 7, I'm catching them, Jim.
Okay, Gary, you're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 3.4 seconds.
Oh, I just missed it then. That corner's just a bit tighter than all the others.
Away. The gap behind is now 14 seconds.
Well, that's good news, Jim. Well, it's a decent gap to the guy behind. So on lap 7 already of 20. Not exactly 100%. I mean, it's certainly drivable. Brake's still a little grabby.
That last lap was at 2:15.77.
Wider than I wanted. So hard to judge that corner because you can't see it at all. Tell him to get fucked, Jim. I have to give it to iRacing. It's pretty amazing in VR. It's something to do with the scale. I mean, I know all the others are kind of scaled the same through. It's hard to explain. You have to wear the headset to know exactly what I mean. But it's something really three-dimensional about it. Pretty incredible given it was one of the earliest sims and when first developed, I think, in 2008 for the days of VR and that. 3.8 ahead on lap 9. Oh, slightly too close.
The gap in front is now 3.4.
fourth, third. Still in third, still in third. Oh, bit too close there.
Stay between the lines, please, Gary.
Get fucked, Jim. Now second.
E14.
3.3 ahead of me. Six. Still in 14th. Slowly getting there. Very slowly. Oh, fuck, car's going wide. And then it's back on the track. And 2.3 behind him. Come on, car. 2.4 behind him.
The gap ahead is now 2.7 seconds.
There's 2. Oh, I beat you. I've had my one restart. If I blow it now, I've blown it. Halfway point.
We're halfway home. We're okay on fuel.
He's gone a little wide again there.
Flag.
I'm watching out for it, Jim. I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Oh, another guy off. I'm picking up spots, I think, Jim. Oh no, one of them is a back marker. Jimbo.
B13.
Promising, if I can keep it together. A whole bunch of spots ahead of me here. I'm getting near them.
You're gaining on this guy. The gap's now 1.4, 13th place.
Oh, just clipped it. Circuit of the Americas, purpose-built for Formula One. Great track. Back straight here, not twice as long as the main straight, or the home straight I should say. Careful, Gary, don't be impatient.
Car right. Car right. He's still there. Clear right, B11. Left side. Car left. Clear left.
He gains spots.
Clear left. Clear
Loses
left.
them again.
Car left.
Still out of it, man.
Clear left.
That's how I lose those spots. Come on, Wendy.
Right side. He's still there. Hold your line. Still there. He's still there. Right side's clear. Car left. Still there. Clear left.
Too much stupid juice. God, is the car okay? So I lost about 10 seconds there. I think the car's okay. The last lap started out as a couple of good gains. We still haven't made the top 10. We're 8-9 seconds behind.
Yellow flag.
That's a spot gained. So around 11 seconds to the next guy in front of me. What am I on now? Lap 14 of 20. Pretty unlikely I'll make the top 10. What's my position, Jim?
V12. The car behind is catching. The gap's now 8.0.
Still over 10 seconds ahead of me. It's almost perfect.
Seconds.
Yep, she's part of the old iRacing.
Track limits. V12.
Guy from before? No, it's a guy off. I'm going to pick up a spot, Jim. What's my position, Jimbo?
P11.
That's right. You never know. There might be a chance of me making
Gary,
the top 10
the next
yet.
car is Myers.
So 9.7 ahead of me. On lap 15. You know, iRacing might be the most expensive and all that, but I'm still really glad I joined. It's $170 a year or something. Plus, you know, whatever cars and tracks and stuff you want to buy. noticed with the exchange rate now that cars and tracks seem to be slightly more expensive. You're looking at about $22 now for a track. Again, once you got it, you got it. And about $16 a car.
11.
9 seconds ahead. That's what I get for being in fourth when I should be in third.
The guy behind's really anyway. The gap's now 6.0 seconds.
Still 9 seconds to the guy in front. She's looking pretty beat up on the right hand side there. Still over 8 seconds out.
Wicketa pitting from P90. Expect him to come out a bit behind you.
And he's finally in the sevens. I'm catching him. Quite soon.
The gap to Myers ahead is now 8.1.
There's 7.7 here, Jim. Oh, there it is. Fucking guys driving a yellow Porsche, how dare he? Oh. Come on, Gary, get your line right. Oh.
We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Gary.
And back to 8.2. catch him doing that. Only 3 laps to go. Whoop.
Now 9.4.
Well, I am not catching up, Jim. Come on, one more spin off in front of me, so I grab another place. I've got to make the top 10.
The gap to Myers ahead is increasing. It's now 9.5 seconds.
I know, Jim.
2 laps left.
Still 8 seconds ahead of me, Jim. Going to be a little, I'm not going to get him, Jim. I'm not going to get him. He's 7.6 ahead of me.
1 more lap to go.
Oh.
We're reeling Myers in. The gap is 8.0.
No, it says 6.7 actually, Jim. There he is. Much as I'm tempted to cut across there, I know I can't do that. I would get a yield penalty. seconds. There he is. Still won't catch him, but only a few corners to go, really. He might poo his racing suit on the second last corner. Oh, speaking of shit, I watched the worst fucking 2 movies ever over the last couple of days. I watched June, right, the new remake and all of that. No fucking story whatsoever. Fucking terrible. And Ad Astra with Brad Pitt and Tommy Lee Jones. Again, no story.
The 11. Well done, mate. Good finish.
It was not a good finish, Jim. It was a bad finish. I didn't make the top 10. Yeah, let's park on the K. There we go. Groovy. Right, and he quits out. So 11th for the first one, hey? Alrighty. And out of iRacing here. Okay, got 4 guys watching at the moment. Kratos is here. Welcome back. And he says here, haven't seen Gary live for a while. Yeah, I've been working my day job a fair bit. And then Mr. Chew is in the house. Chew, the main man. And he comes in, he says, and Bender says at the top here, it's been a good week, eh, Gary? It hasn't been a bad week. Any week that we're above ground is a good week, Bender, I guess. Chew says, yeah, been a while. Then he says, nah. June was very pretentious, yeah. Gary, are you getting AFL 23 when it comes out? It will be on PS4. I'm getting it. But I don't think so, Bender. I am not absolutely exclusive, but I'm pretty much a driving guy. Not seen Ad Astra. Don't waste your time, shoot, which is disappointing because, you know, I quite like both Tommy Lee Jones and Brad Pitt. They've both been in fantastic films. Probably the film, personal film, not because Tommy Lee Jones was in it, but No Country for Old Men, great film. Brad Pitt, Seven, I think it's one of the greatest, thriller movies ever. Was Seven, really brilliant stuff, and really like frightening. I think because it could actually be real. And same with No Country for Old Men. Alrighty, so let's have a look here. I need to get out of iRacing, which I already am. Switch Jim over to, I reckon we're going to go with Assetto Corsa next. Now,
radio check.
Can you hear me, Jim?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, now, I don't know if I've ever driven Circuit of the Americas in Assetto Corsa in front of you guys. And certainly haven't done this car and track combination, excuse me. Alrighty, let's have a look here. We are looking at Broadcaster to see if Content Manager is going to come up on the screen. We'll just get it make it a happening thing here. Here we go. There it is. Excellent. All right. So we're going to change the car to the Porsche 9. I've got quite a few 911s of varying types. So do we go the 911 GT3 Cup or the GT3R or the GT3 RS? Let's go with the Cup. All right. And on my system here, it's not called Circuit of the Americas in Assetto Corsa. It's called United States GP, but it's still the same thing, I believe. All right. We're going to set it. We're going to do 10 laps. That'll do. So half the distance we did before. No, let's make it 15. 15 laps. We're going to go full-blown 100%. Same amount of opponents, 19. Let's do this thing. So it'll be interesting here to see how different it looks and feels, in a different sim, even though it's the same car on the same track. But we'll find out. Let's see if I can make the top 10 this time. Super hard in iRacing, but I think it's a sensitivity thing. iRacing, the brakes are really sensitive, the steering's really sensitive. And I could muck around with the parameters, but I just sort of tend to run the default thing. I was also running the default difficulty as far as opponent skill and aggression, but they do seem to be particularly aggressive in iRacing. Can you hear me, Jim?
Okay, Gary. Yeah, I can hear you.
Right. I don't know how much fuel I'll need, but let's hope that 60 litres is enough. I'm sure it will be. Right.
15 laps. Are you ready?
So, full difficulty.
Go, go, go. On your right, clear right. Perfect start, mate. This is great.
It does feel different. Did I check to see that you guys were seeing it? I didn't, did I? Oh, well. You guys can plainly see it's the same track. I think the scenery appears to be, I think it's a little more authentic.
Left side, clear left.
Hey. In Assetto Corsa. See, if I did that in iRacing school like that, I would have just gone straight into a spin. I'd be off. lap down.
P17.
Alright, well this is... Oh no, that was the opening lap. Because I was doing 2:15, 2:16 before. Oh, the bumpy things here aren't as severe. I'm using the technical term bumpy things, you know, just to prove to you guys that, you know, I really know my racing terminology. Well, this is not easy going. I mean, I'm keeping pace, but that's about it. Not quite sure why I'm getting a bit of juddering, but I am. So this is a third-party track. It's not an official Kunos track for Assetto Corsa. Whoa.
That lap was at 2:20.16.
That's not to say that whoever modded this track did a fantastic job, because they certainly did. Well, the way it's going, I'm going to spend 15 laps in 17th place. Oh, he hangs on to it. Oh, no, oh, man, I'm back in last place. Well, you know, I did want to go full difficulty, didn't I? Yeah, you want to say something to me, do you, Jim? You got something to say? Maybe your mate?
The gap to Patterson ahead is now 5.1 seconds. Garcia is leading the race.
So when I check this stream
Guy in
out
front
later,
is Patterson.
I'm be interested to see visually how these tracks look against each other. There's 4.4 ahead of me at the moment. Well, that's where I lost it last time. Catching up, Jim. Well, kind of 4.3. Maybe I'm not catching up at all. Anything but last, Jim. Oh.
The leader's just done a 219.82.
I'd love to have one of you guys here to have a go at this. After
Okay,
all
Gary, you just cut the track.
All the streams and that you've watched me do, and all the times you've seen me come off.
The car in front's lap time is a 219.57.
You know, mixed in with the occasional win. But yeah, I'm sure if you guys try this out, you go, fuck man, I would never imagine that this was so freaking hard. I'm not getting like 5 seconds ahead.
Gap 2, Patterson in front is now 4.1.
Okay, Jim, if you say so. I'm cool with it. Whoop! Oh, here we go again. Oh. Good old circuit of the Americas. I mean, it makes a change from Bathurst, doesn't it? I do a lot of Bathurst too. Do a lot of Monza. I have to spend some time getting and learn some of these, you know, tracks that I've had for a while that I've just never got round to even learning. You know, one of like Bahrain, you know, for F122. Like I've driven it a few times, but I just can't say that I know it. But you know, I've got it in F122. It's in. I've got it in Assetto Corsa. I've got it in, I think, Project Cars 2. I've got it in a few different sims. I just haven't learnt it. And of course, you know, if I learn more tracks, there's bit more variation for you guys, of course.
That's a new fastest lap for Garcia, 219.36.
Settle down, Gary.
Fastest lap for Benoli, 219.10.
So
That's the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, so before I was doing 2:15 to 2:16 in iRacing in this car, and here I've just done the fastest lap of the race with a 2:18. So yeah, I'm in the Club Sport GD3 911. It was just a 911 GT3 in iRacing. I have no idea if there's a particular difference between the vehicles. You know, I suppose even with the cars being as much as they can modelled on the real physics and top speeds and all of those things. Oh, don't come off this time, buddy. You have to imagine there's going to be some sort of little variations in from the different sims. This isn't that much to drive, that much different to drive. I've never done this track combination before in a Assetto Corsa.
All right, Gary, you're reeling. Patterson in. The gap's now 2.0 seconds.
I'll soon be able to just get in and go. Judge the corners fairly much, very much the same as the last race. Yabba, 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 Gary. Yabba, 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 yabba. Well, 6 laps in and I'm still in last place.
The leader has just done a 2:19.05. Fastest lap.
Alright, coming up to the halfway point and I'm still in last place. Oh, fuck. So hard to judge that corner. So this seems to top out slightly quicker than... Oh man, that corner, it's the same corner. The amount of fucking tyre marks I've left around that corner. Okay, so dead last, never catch him. Not going to restart that. Oh, bollard. So what is he now? 14 seconds ahead of me. 13, 12, something. I'm a long way behind. Oh, too hot. Oh, I just got it. Oh, nice one. Oh, now I'm way behind.
Tiny bit of aero damage, just ignore it.
She's become a bit of a lost cause, this one, Jim. I might have to retire, I think. Take it on the chin. That I'm a fucking loser. Now 20 seconds ahead of me. Oh, it's so hard to judge. corner that keeps getting me. There it says, what am I, half a minute behind? It's weird, it kind of ticks down here now. It's saying 20 seconds, 19, 17, 16, still fair way, 14.
Leader's just done a 218.54.
That's how far ahead he is. All right. Gary, you coward, you wimp, you're wimping out. Alrighty. Okay, so we're out of Content Manager, and hang on, we'll get Jim changed over here. Now, I was sure it was Project Cars 2. I've got Circuit of the Americas. Let's have a look. P Cars 2. Here we go.
Radio check.
You don't need to check the radio, Jim. I know that you're there. In Broadcaster, let's get... Oh, Steam's up on screen already. Okay, it's all happening. Project Cars 2, here we go. I haven't been in Project Cars 2 for... it feels like a couple of weeks. When I've just been here by myself, I've been racing basically in iRacing, Assetto Corsa and ACC. Mainly ACC for the online stuff. Yeah, I've been doing all right. Okay. Right. Custom race. We are looking for our car, and our car is... We're going to go, let's... No, we'll go with the GT3R, I think. Yeah, an appropriate livery. Orange. Why not? Okay, that's our car selected. Our track. Oh. Circuit of the Americas starts with a C, Gary. That's it. And what are we going to do? Let's keep it down to 10 laps this time. Number of laps. Yeah. Right. Opponents. $19, so I've got the same amount of opponents as before. Oh, reset to default. So that would make 19. Let's go with 10% harder. Seeing as Project Cars is usually pretty fucking hard anyway. Identical, no, same class. There we go. All right. I think we've got everything under control. Can you hear me, Jim?
I can hear you.
Now, the other weird thing that's been going on here with the weather, right, and this to me just shows how fucking useless the bomb is, right? The day before they say, yeah, tomorrow's going to be cool, it's going to be 29. Then you get up the next morning, you look at the temperature, it says fucking 34. And then you look at the temperature for the next day and it says, yeah, it's going to be 27. And then the next day you get up to go to work and it's fucking 34.
The track temp is
right?
60. The air temp is 31 Celsius.
They can't
P20.
they can't fucking predict like 2 days ahead. You know, I mean, I get it that weather things are difficult. Science, one would imagine. 19 laps, I don't need that much fuel. But to me, it just screams climate change bullshit. You know, they don't know what's going to happen in the future. You can't predict the future. Okay. All right, let's drive this car.
Okay, Gary, get ready. Go, go, go!
Well, I know it sounds a little different.
On your right. Still there. Right side's clear.
Whoop! Oh, fuck.
Tiny bit of aero damage, just ignore it.
Oh,
Clear left.
push.
Good start, mate. Car right. Clear right. Car right. Right side's clear.
So I did that night race and my car would already be like fully beaten up. Whoop.
Car right. He's still there. Clear right.
Oh, I'm fucking still in last place, mind you. I should drive the Porsche more often in ACC. It's kind of tricky with the ACC thing because you do, you know, and I've watched other videos of guys talking about this, how, you know, you just seem to pick a car and then that's it, that's your car. You guys probably remember I was very much exclusively a Ferrari man for a while. And then when I got into the McLaren, and then when I bought, whoa, fuck. And then when I bought the Coach Dave setups things, I bought them from the McLaren because that's what I was driving at the time. Oh, fucking penalty for what? They penalise me, I can't even keep up when you're penalising me. What's the gap ahead, Jimbo?
4.8 seconds.
Wow, she's certainly slidier. Which is kind of weird, you know, because people always say that iRacing is the slipperiest, but it's just certainly slipperier. What's the gap ahead, Jim?
6.5.
Oh.
The leader has just done a 212.66.
Maybe cranking the difficulty up 10% wasn't the best idea I've had.
Your lap time was 219.40.
So I can't even see him now. What's the gap ahead, Jim?
7.2 seconds.
All right. One more go. Yeah, all right. Sorry, I was contemplating whether I changed the difficulty back to full. No, let's just be more aggressive.
Green, green, green. Keane is now leading. Right side. Clear right. Left side. Clear left. Car left. Clear left. Car left. Clear left.
So 2 stripes on your car, hey? One wasn't enough.
Car right.
One wasn't enough for you.
Hold your line. Right side's clear. Car right. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Clear right. Car left. Clear left.
Let's just be more aggressive, he says. Aggression fixes everything. Oh.
Okay, Gary, just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good. V13.
Oh. That was getting away from me. What's my position, Jimbo?
13th place.
Slidey there.
Looks like that was outside track limits.
You're even speaking to me as outside of track
Hold your
limits,
line.
Jim.
Clear right. Car right. He's still there. Still there. Still there. Clear right. Yeah, nailed that fucker.
Yeah, that fucker's nailed, Jim. What's the gap ahead, Jim?
4.8 seconds. The gap to Fitzpatrick behind is increasing. It's now 1.4 seconds. Helmer is now in the lead.
Oh, long. Lap 4.
P12. Sector 1 is 1.6 seconds off the pace.
Oh, fuck. That just so got away from me then.
Oh. Car left, clear left.
Back in second last place and I was in 12th. Don't cry, Gary. It's unbecoming of a man to cry.
Keep your concentration, make the bastard work for it.
That's why lefties do it so much. Got no fucking style, no balls. Well, that's because they had their balls removed so they could be a woman for a while. they don't really remove their balls because in most cases they can't get someone else to pay for it, like, you know, like the army or the government or something. So you know, I've mentioned to you guys many times, I pretty much just watch the ABC when it comes to news and telly. Just as I said, I just want to see what the other side are up to.
E19.
But, you know, at the moment it's all pride, 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 pride. Everything's pride, 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 pride. And if it's not pride, it's darky, 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 darky. Oh, okay. I'm in last place, Jim.
Okay, Gary, you've had a bit of suspension damage.
Have I? So does anybody know what the voice is about yet? What you know, what's going on with the voice? What does it all mean? Because all I hear is empty words that don't mean anything. Like from that, what's his name? Charlie Pearson or whatever his fucking name is, and Linda Burney. They just don't say anything. Albanese, he doesn't say anything. And it's all of this, oh, you know, if you don't do it now, it will never happen again, the opportunity will be lost. And I keep saying to the TV, for what? I mean, are Indigenous people not citizens along with the rest of us? They are, aren't they? Right?
The gap to Richt ahead is increasing. It's now 16 seconds.
You know, and it's all of this, oh, we need to be in the decisions that are about us and all of that. Well, no. I think, haven't you already proven that you can't be responsible enough to make decisions for yourself? You know, why do you think the government, why do you think there was a stolen generation, and why do you think there was an intervention, you know, less than 2 decades ago and all of that, or less than 2 decades ago? Because, you know, you can't stop fucking beating up your wives and bloody abusing your children. That's why.
Okay, Gary, the next car is Kiss.
You know, the reason that you were stolen from your generation was because everyone could see that the lives of the children were shit and abusive in the families that they were in. That's why they were taken out. Oh, we were stolen. No, you were given a fucking better life away from the fucking supposed, you know, family and all that were abusing you. Anyway, don't know what's in the voice, but what about musicians? Do musicians get a voice? You know, we need a voice to Parliament, and we should be able to make decisions about things that affect us. You know, just musicians. We're going to set everybody apart into different classes. I mean, you know, that'll erase racism and classism by treating everyone differently. But, you know. What about, you know, because I'm reasonably, no, the tallest person around, but I'm not a short ass, right? Like I'm almost 6 foot. So, what about a voice to Parliament for people that are, you know, a bit taller than average? So that, you know, we need a voice to Parliament so that there's policies put in place that, you know, ensure that, you know, doorways, the tops of doorways aren't made too low, and that. So, I mean, imagine the amount of injuries that are caused each year by, you know, tall people banging their head on the top of the doorway, or, you know, forgetting to duck down when they board the train and stuff like that. I'm miles behind you. What's the gap behind you? No.
We don't have that data.
I know, because I'm last. What's the gap ahead, Jim? Well, fucking don't answer me then. Just because I'm taller than you, Jim. Short ass.
Okay, I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, that's because, you know, I'm speaking truth to power. Yeah. No, not that you have much power, Jim. I mean, after all, I'm pretty sure you're white. So, you know, your power diminishes each day. But, you know, voice to Parliament for just white people, so that, you know, we can have a voice in things that just affect Whitey and no one else. What's a gap ahead, Jim?
25 seconds.
Yep. Well, I actually thought I would do worst in iRacing, but I actually did best in iRacing and did worse than everything else. Now, admittedly, I was mucking around with that race over the past few days, and these ones I've just thrown myself into, like, never done it before. Okay, here we go. Whoa. All right. Now, if I vote no to the voice, Darky and Albo probably want me to do this. That's what they want me to do if I vote no. They won't want me around anymore. Because if I vote no, I'll be a bad person. Alrighty. Okay, now, Gary's got work tomorrow, so let's have a look on the clock of pain. It's 9:16. Oh, okay, almost coming up for towards 2 hours. Have a quick scope of chat, of course. Now, Kratos says, "How dare you assume it's a man? Drink a bottle of soy milk during outrage to replete wokeness anger." I like it. So I'm sure when I was having my bit of a rant there, you guys were, you know, jumping in and having say, "Oh, Chu says about the Brad Pitt thing, Fight Club." Yeah. Now, I have to admit, I actually didn't like Fight Club that much. I just thought that the whole premise that they were the same person and all of that, you know, the alter egos of each other. Yeah, I don't know. Just that kind of wrecked it for me. And what it needed actually was more fighting. You know, I watch Fight Club to see people punch the fuck out of each other. But, you know. And Chu says, yeah, we can see it, Gary, no problem. Excellent. Did you hear about the lovely people who have been trying and miserably failing to boycott Hogwarts Legacy? Oh, well, actually, Sorry, Kratos, I'm actually not a follower of Harry Potter, although Mrs. Orsum was quite a fan. Kratos, yep, these people are insane. Oh, yeah, but, I mean, they've been attacking her, J.K. Rowling, for, a few years because of her, supposed stands on trans. These people are insane. They've been reeling at her because she says biological shouldn't be in the same bathroom. Yeah, she's been saying that for a number of years, actually. I'm sure when she was a bit younger, she's actually quite an attractive woman, J.K. Rowling, and she's got plenty of money. Let the harpy screech. I wish we can return to the days of reality land instead of insanity land. I completely agree, Kratos. For sure, let's make sure you stay away from the cities. It's going downhill fast. Shame on the parents for allowing it. Then we've got, while in China, kids are learning astrophysics, while in America, kids are learning advanced bedroom stuff. Oh, yeah, there was a thing on Twitter that now you've got the high school teacher over there that basically shows the class pictures of cocks and cunts and fucking clits and all of this, and supposedly it's desensitized the kids to the to the side of genitalia. It's funny, like I have to admit, when I saw genitalia for the first time, it didn't freak me out. But any fucking excuse to get your porno fantasies into the classroom. Honestly, since when does a little kid need to learn how to do advanced bedroom stuff? Yeah, exactly, Kratos. They don't, says Chew. It's grooming and part of the push to normalise paid. Long-term goal and destruction and restructuring of everything we have ever known. That's right on the money, Chew. Wow, I just saw a white male in an ad on TV. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? My favourite in the ads is the black woman with the white husband, and they have an Asian child. It's classic. And then getting down near the bottom of the chat here, Chu says exactly, empty words. I haven't heard a single fucking word about the voice that contains any substance whatsoever. No nuts, no bolts, no mechanics, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Just fucking buzzwords and hot air bullshit. And she says, oh no, Gary, now it's stolen generations. And of course, it was something like 60,000, if I remember correctly, or 65,000 Aboriginal kids that were removed from families. And yet during the 60s and I think into the early 70s, 250,000 white women were forced to give up their babies for adoption and lose their children. Five times as many as the black. Okay, so there's a lot more white people in Australia than there was blacks. But there's the real stolen generation. Yeah, the Aborigines are already way overrepresented in government. That's true, overrepresented in government, overrepresented on TV, overrepresented in victim status. And we've got this new thing that how are you gonna stop the youth in Alice Springs smashing up everything and breaking into people's houses and stealing and robbing and getting drunk and antisocial behaviour and fighting and assaults and all of those things? What are they going to do? They're going to give them $500,000 to build houses. Why don't you just fucking buy more PlayStations? You go, hey, 18-year-old black guy, you broke into that shop and stole all that stuff. Here's an Xbox. Here's some new clothes. Here's a brand new pair of Nikes. That's the punishment. And they constantly say, well, can't put them in jail. Oh, no, jails are already stretched. No, put them in jail. Oh, they're overrepresented in incarceration rates and all of that. You can't put them in jail. No. Anyway, guys, I've had my rant for the evening. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go check out a little bit of this stream and see how it turned out. And maybe eat something. That's an idea, because I haven't had dinner, and it's like 9:30 over here and I haven't had dinner. All right, guys, thanks heaps for tuning in again. Be good. Take care of yourself. Be good, I know that you will, and I'll catch you on the next one.